They say New York City during the holidays is a sight to behold. The colors of fall hit different here. Explosions of changing leaves ignite the city and reflect off the smooth, still water. A stroll through Central Park. Steam issues from a paper cup filled with hot coffee, warming chilled hands. It's crisp, but not too cold. A perfect fall morning. It's a vision. Meanwhile, less than a mile away, thousands of people are on the move. Times Square is alive and teeming with tourists. The streets of New York City are chaotic. Storefronts decorated with illuminated Christmas trees and neatly wrapped bows on gifts perched underneath. Advertisements featuring smiling families in bright-colored scarves and cable-knit sweaters and puffy jackets and vests. Bustling bodies move swiftly, on a mission as they march across the white-striped crosswalk under the glowing and flashing streetlights. Two very different images crocheted together. The stillness and peace of a stroll through the park, maybe a ride in a horse-drawn carriage on a guided tour. A picture-perfect display of tranquility, and the hectic momentum of a city that never sleeps. Disclaimer, I am not walking through the city of New York right now. I'm at my in-laws' house in South Lubbock, and it's Thanksgiving Day. I just finished watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on NBC. It's a yearly tradition that seems to feel bigger and more special this year. I'm sure that you can guess why.
In honor of Texas Tech Centennial this year, the Goin Band from Raiderland with Rickham Fanfare.
I, like millions of others, watched from the comfort of my home as the black and white uniforms of the Texas Tech Goin Band filled my screen. I'm proud of this university, and if you're listening to this podcast, it's probably because Texas Tech makes you proud too. I can imagine Red Raider families watching this event together across the country and talking about what an opportunity this is for the university, this student organization that represents us so well. This episode is all things NYC and all things Macy's Parade, the biggest show around, and how we found ourselves front and center.
Actually, there are a few things that we would like to talk about. First and foremost,
it's August 2022, far away from the sounds of the big city. It's 96 degrees outside on this afternoon, but Goin Band director Joel Pagan has fall weather on the brain. Specifically, East Coast, big city, bright lights. It's still a surprise for the Goin Band for now, but not for much longer. The members are packed into seats in the old Hemley Hall before renovations began, so a long time ago. Anyway, they're all sitting here together, listening to Joel give some remarks and updates and announcements. Then he turns the mic over to Centennial Coordinator Blaine Beal.
Well, if you look around the room today, you're going to see some cameras and you're going to see some other folks. And we have some folks from our Centennial Planning Committee that are here today to help us jumpstart our Centennial celebration. If you see over here, you see Dr. Skivenden. Everybody say hi. You know it's a big deal when the president comes to see you. So we rely on you guys to do a lot. You're the face of the university, and we really appreciate you very much. And so now I want to take this opportunity and introduce a really big fan of the Goin Band.
Blaine gives a short message, including a shout out to Band 1. He's a former member himself. The students are polite and attentive, albeit a bit confused. What are we all doing here? What's the big deal? Blaine then turns everyone's attention in the room to a man that none of us have ever met. His name is Wesley Wadley. He's a creative producer for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. By the way, you can hear the energy start to pick up as he speaks. It gets kind of loud at times. Here's Wesley.
It is a good afternoon. It's about to be a great afternoon for the Goin Band from Raiderland. So I come today with some news. Some very special news this band has never heard in the history of this program. Do you want to hear it? Yeah! I'm not sure if they want to hear it. Do you want to hear it? Yeah! We'll get it. First, it's my job to look across the U.S. and find the most entertaining, the finest the most fantastic, the highest energy marching bands in the U.S., high school and colleges, and give them a national stage. And that is why I'm here today. Are you deserving? Am I in the right place? It gives me great pride, and it is with great pleasure I announce today that for the first time in this school's history, the Goin Band from Raiderland has been selected to represent Texas Tech University and the great state of Texas and perform next year in New York City in the 2023 Macy's Thanksgiving Day.
So there you have it. The cat is now officially out of the bag. It's a secret that Blaine and others kept for months as they worked with people like Wesley to figure out what this would even look like. Can you imagine the coordination? I mean, honestly, 418 band members, 30 band staff, hundreds of guests, countless hours of phone calls, Zoom calls, in-person meetings, and endless email threads to ensure that this week is even possible. And it was. It would end up being a lot more than just an appearance in a parade. It would launch Texas Tech into the national spotlight on more than one occasion. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It truly was unforgettable. Blaine tells this story of when he presented the idea to the president years ago, in the early stages of planning for the centennial. And it went something like this. Blaine's like, look, I've always dreamed of seeing the Goin Band do something as big as the Macy's parade. I think this is the national splash we're looking for. And I think we could actually do this. Blaine tells him,
if we could make this happen, this would be my number one wish, for our centennial. And he looked at me straight on and said, Blaine, if you can get us on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, we will do it.
How many like back to ride as far as like I don't really talk or things like that?
It's bright and early for the Goin Band members on Monday morning, November 20th. Call time for check-in at the sub is 6:30 a.m. And if they aren't used to it by now, the Goin Band is about to get very familiar with early mornings over the next week. And actually, it's more like middle-of-the-night wake-up calls in some cases. The band buses are loaded up and headed to the Lubbock airport at 8:20 sharp. They're taken straight out to the tarmac, where a double-decker plane is waiting.
Let's go! New York City! 42D. 42D, right up this way.
3 flights in 4 hours would depart Lubbock, headed for New York. All of them filled with Red Raiders.
All right, I'd like to welcome our B boarding group B, 1 through 30. You're welcome aboard.
Thank you. Here we go. On to the plane.
That's Paul that you hear. He's a writer and video producer in my office. He's boarding the second charter with his son Jake and his wife Lindsay. Paul's daughter Taylor is a twirler in the Goin Band, and his family is traveling to be part of this experience with her. There are dozens of families who are boarding this same flight, or the third charter, leaving Lubbock, Big Apple bound. By the time Paul's plane takes off, the Goin Band is well on its way and will soon land in the Newark airport in New Jersey.
I'm excited to see what we get to do here and the full experience, but definitely very different from anywhere I've ever been before.
What are your plans for Tuesday?
We're going to Yankee Stadium tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, it's still kind of up in the air for me, but tomorrow night, I'm meeting up with my girlfriend and going with Trey and Shelby to see a taping of The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
These are the best kids in the world. They are so polite and well behaved. It's going to be a great experience for them and for all Red Raiders.
That's President Lawrence Skuvanek. He's smiling from ear to ear. He's as excited about this trip as anyone. Kate Claiborne is enjoying herself too. This is her second year as a member of the Goin Band. She plays clarinet.
Hey, it's Kate. And Natalie. We just got on the bus. Oh, Canadian geese. What? There's a bunch of geese back there. Just on the side of the road. Oh. Wow, it's really pretty here. We're in New Jersey right now, driving to New York. Natalie, what besides marching in the parade are you most excited for this week?
The what?
I'm excited to eat pizza and feel like I'm in a rom-com.
Yeah, that's so real. I think I'm most excited to walk around Central Park and get a really good bagel. Yeah, so we'll check back in.
Kate is a legacy. Her mom graduated from Tech in the 90s. She's a theater major with a minor in music. She grew up in Mansfield, near Dallas. She didn't join the Goin Band until her second year on campus. And now, she couldn't imagine her life outside of it.
So we're in the ballroom of the Marriott. Look how high these ceilings are. There's 55 floors, guys?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so we have all of our Rockettes tickets. We're about to walk over as a group. We're super excited. What number is everyone most excited for? I know I'm most excited for the Toy Soldier Fall.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. We're all really excited. I think it's our first time all singing Rockettes, so super exciting time. We'll check back in after.
Radio City Music Hall has become one of the iconic stops for tourists visiting the big city. Since opening for the first time in 1932, it's been a music venue, a movie house, a place of worship. It closed in the late 70s but reopened a year later. Today, it's used for a lot of different acts of entertainment. But it's a spectacle at Christmas thanks to the Radio City Christmas Spectacular featuring the famous dance team, the Rockettes.
All right, hey guys, so we just found our seats at Radio City Music Hall. It is absolutely gorgeous in here. We're up in the third mezzanine. We have awesome seats. Meredith and Lindy, any comments?
Wow, this is cool.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna check back in after the show. We're so excited. Okay guys, so we just got dinner at Little Italy. I got the white spinach pizza. It was absolutely delicious. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
I got the chicken bacon ranch pizza. I give it a 9 out of 10.
I got that bacon pepperoni, and Lord have mercy, I about pee-peed my pants. I had 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I also got the chicken bacon ranch pizza, and it was marvelous. I'm just happy they had Dr. Pepper to wash it down with. 7.5 out of 10.
A solid 8 out of... Oh, what did I get? What did I get? I got the pepperoni bacon one that had tomato sauce on it, and it was on a pizza. It was really good.
What'd you rate it?
Pretty good.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so we're going around. Yeah, so tell me what pizza you got and how'd you rate it?
Okay, so we got like chicken barbecue pizza. There's 3 of us that got it, and I would rate it like a 12 out of 10. Was really hungry, and it was perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we're finishing out the night. It's like 11:30 right now. We're having a great time. So excited to the Rockettes was awesome. We're really excited to get up tomorrow and keep going.
It didn't take long for Natalie to get that New York pizza experience that she's been looking forward to. As far as the whole pretending to be in a rom-com thing, I'm sure she worked that out for herself too. Tomorrow, the agenda is light, and for good reason. When in New York, stop to enjoy the moment, and that's what day 2 is all about. A free day to explore the city. Like a bunch of kids in a candy store, band members, guests, families will be spread out across the whole city, enjoying all the things that it has to offer.
For those traveling with groups of children, the National Park Service requires that there be one chaperone with every 10 children, and that the group remain together at all times.
A smattering of people stand along the edge of a ferry as it softly sways across the choppy blue-gray water. To the right, a man is tightly gripping his black gloves in his left hand while he holds his phone to snap a photo of the New York City skyline. The ferry tutters slowly away from land as it makes its way to the Statue of Liberty. He checks that the photo is sufficient, tucks his phone back into his pocket, and returns his fleece gloves to his chapped and cold hands. The chilled wind nips at red cheeks and noses of passengers as they huddle together under the overcast gray sky as it spits mist and drizzle. Through the doors, the rest of the riders are taking refuge from the windy midday, chatting away or silently scrolling through phones. Among them are several familiar faces.
Yeah, we went and saw the Rockettes last night. That was a lot of fun. Got to hear Santa and everyone sing. Walk around Times Square and everything. Got to see all the huge billboards and everything. Everything's just in your face.
That's Isabel. She's a trumpet player. Around her neck, there's a red and black scarf printed with the Centennial logo. She's sandwiched in the tight corner between another ferry rider on her left and her entire family on her right. Her mom and dad are both proud graduates of Texas Tech.
Because she was marching and to support the band. Her dad marched in the band too, so...
Yeah, but you're never going to get a chance to come to New York and see a family member of the parade or see the Tech Band in the parade. So.
They're all bundled up in black coats and gloves. Her dad's black beanie dons a double T patch front and center. They're talking to Jeff, by the way. He's another video producer in our office. You'll hear his voice more as he chats with band members and their families, as they do all the touristy things that people do when they go to New York.
Where are you going?
Statue of Liberty.
What are you going to do there?
I'm gonna look at it.
Why do you want to look at it?
Because it's cool. It's big.
Well said, Kate. A different Kate than before. She's a trumpet player like Isabel. Her mom, Karen, also works in my office. She, like Paul, took her family to do this New York trip with Kate. Their son was on the drumline when he was a student at Tech. He graduated last May. Karen says that she would have never missed being part of this trip. It was worth every penny. Kate records on her phone as the ferry approaches the green and gold beacon that everyone is here to see. When they make land, Jeff finds Isabel and her family as they fight the wind and drizzle to snap a photo that includes all 5 of them and Lady Liberty herself. They spend about an hour walking through the shop and museum inside before returning back to the ferry and the city where the rest of the Red Raider crew is doing some exploring of their own.
My name is Jacob Moore. I'm a junior and I play trombone in the band.
Okay, cool. What's like the coolest thing you've done in the city so far?
That's Preston. He runs the social media accounts for the university.
Riding the subway or going to the 9/11 memorial. That was really cool.
What are you looking forward to most for the rest of the trip?
Definitely the parade. I mean, like the whole reason we're here.
What's the best thing you've eaten?
I had a really good Greek place last night, and I'm about to try halal food for the first time.
What does this mean for you to be here in the parade in New York representing Texas Tech?
It was something that Blaine told us a couple days ago, talking about just like it almost being 100 years of the band being an association on campus, and so it's something bigger than us right now. It's everyone before us and getting to represent something bigger than us.
So how was the Empire State Building?
Tall.
Really
fun?
And really cold.
Did you lean over?
We did. Lots of pictures. Lots of fun.
Cold and windy like West Texas.
Exactly. Very similar.
By 5 p.m., the sky is completely dark. What was a dreary day becomes a cold, wet, dark evening as the persistent rain picks up, continuing to cloak the city and its people. A few students wait in line to rent their ice skates in Rockefeller Plaza, because even though it's not ideal weather for a casual spin around the rink, when in Rome, a shallow layer of water settles on the surface of the ice, creating little wakes as skaters pass by.
Wait, what'd you go again?
Don't fall. Why not? Hurts. And we got 2 major performances that a broken arm would not be fun for. Hey, you can still march it. I could. Hit your high 90 in an ice skate. As long as it's not your elbow. It could be a wrist. You can break a wrist.
Their hair is dripping, their clothes are drenched, and coats glossy with fresh raindrops. They return their ice skates and head back to the hotel cold and wet, but gloriously unharmed, thankfully.
All right, guys, we are winding down our night right now. It's about 11:30. I'm here with Kendra. Her and I hung out most of the day. It was super great. Today, Tuesday, our free day, We had breakfast at Ellen's Diner. We walked through Central Park. We went to the Met. We had a really good lunch. And then they went to the M&M store, and I went to a Broadway show. Kendra, what was your favorite part of your free day?
I would have to say that my favorite part of free day was walking through Central Park, because we actually got to experience the season of fall where there's leaves on the ground, and we got to play on the playground and climb on rocks and take really cool pictures. It was super duper fun. It felt great outside. It looked pretty, and we got cool pics for the gram. So that was my favorite part of the day.
I agree. It was really cool climbing that rock with you and getting those pictures of the whole New York skyline in the background. It was just so awesome. I also think one of my favorite parts of the day is just getting to experience so many things I've never gotten to experience before. I've only been to New York once before, and I did not have the freedom that we do now. So it's just been really cool to experience so many things with some of my closest friends. And also, just going to a Broadway show was fantastic.
Kate saw 2 shows on this trip, Some Like It Hot and Moulin Rouge. Since she was a girl, her dream has always been to be a performer, on stage or in film. She's always felt the truest version of herself when she's playing a role, pretending to be someone else. She says this week, seeing these Broadway shows, getting this big city experience confirmed all the things she's always known about herself, that she belongs under the bright lights.
Are you nervous at all?
No, I was built for this. We here.
I'm too tired to be nervous. 4 a.m. gang. What you know about it?
The clock reads 5:15 a.m. as Goin Band members step out under the covered awning and slide clear plastic rain slickers over their matching uniforms before beginning their short walk. The destination is Rockefeller Plaza, home of NBC's Today Show, where they're set to make their first TV appearance of the trip in a few short hours.
My name is Lainey. I'm a Texas Tech twirler, and my favorite cast member from the Today Show is Hoda and Jenna. I can't just choose one. I've watched Hoda since I was little, and Jenna is in the Tech Twirler family through Lee Bobbitt, who we are super grateful for and we are inspired by every day.
Just remember that we are live on the air before we start, you guys, so you got to be very quiet, okay? You'll know once the music starts, you'll be okay.
5 seconds. 4, 3.
All the way from Lubbock, Texas, Texas Tech University, Goin Band.
A small group of members march onto the set and begin playing the tune that we all know well. The hosts laugh and dance and put their fists in the air like they're marching along with the members. And outside in the courtyard, other members of the Goin Band are getting into position, ready for the next few hits that are scheduled over the course of the morning. Some Red Raider families have gathered around to watch this Today Show appearance in person, to snap some selfies with Al and Hoda and Savannah. But just down the street in Times Square, red and black clad Texas Tech families and fans are gathering by the thousands, waiting for the Goin Band to make their next appearance at a pep rally as big as New York City itself. That's after the break.
Hi there, my name is Noemi Martinez. I'm an Associate Director of Web at the Office of Communications and Marketing. For over a year, our web team has worked to build a completely new site to share the stories we tell. We've set out to create something visually engaging, but also functional, for everyone. We're really proud of our launch and look forward to showcasing all the awesome storytelling our writers, photographers, and videographers create. Check it out at ttu.edu/now.
I'm going to try not to be emotional here because that was one of 2 moments for me. You know, that the Times Square pep rally kind of came to me pretty early, and I thought, you know, it would be great if we could try to achieve this. And And we did.
Blaine has spent years, literally, planning out every detail, every moment of this trip. He had it all laid out, ironed out, planned out by the minute. So he wasn't exactly expecting to be surprised. But when he walked out into Times Square and was greeted with the sea of Red Raider faithful, it was a sweeter surprise than he could have expected.
I stood up on that stage and I looked across that audience, and just to see the thousands of people that had gathered was just, it was surreal. And when you looked at the top of the bleachers, we had someone with a Texas Tech flag at the top of those bleachers. I thought, we couldn't have scripted a better moment. This is what we talk about, bearing our banners far and wide. This was it.
A round of applause for the 17th president of Texas Tech, Dr. Lawrence Stibnick.
Red Raiders, you are amazing. And is this not cool? What a wonderful experience for all of us, but especially these students. I could not be more proud of the Goin Band, the Cheering Palm Squad, the Mass Rider, Raider Red. We are so grateful and proud of the way you are representing us to this nation.
The sheer volume of people is almost overwhelming. It's hard to determine just how many people have shown up, but you can hear it in the Raider power cry that took over Times Square that morning. This group is running on pure adrenaline, it seems. As the pep rally comes to a close, this group has just one thing left on the agenda for the day. A quick trip over to New Jersey for a parade performance run-through.
All right, we just got done with our rehearsal at the Armory. How's everyone feeling?
Feeling great. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yes, I'm very excited to perform in the next few hours.
I'm a little sleepy, but I'm getting really excited.
Yeah, it's really becoming real now. Yeah, we're all really excited. Gonna go to sleep hopefully really early tonight so we can get up for our 2 a.m. rehearsal or 4 a.m. rehearsal that we have to get up at 2 for. Woohoo!
It's currently 3:46 in the morning, and I'm already out of breath.
It's Macy's time. Let's go.
I'm pretty nervous, but super excited. It's my first time in New York from a small town. Brownfield, Texas. Go Cubs.
We're here live from 34th and Macy's. It's 4:07 in the morning. My name is Nellie.
And my name is Riley. We're here to give you the weather. It's about 50 degrees right now. It feels like a good 47. We've got a northwest wind of 8 miles an hour. It's pretty chilly, but we got our hot hands. We just finished our rehearsal. We're pretty warm and ready to go.
Paul's alarm clock goes off at 3:30. He and his wife get out of bed, shake their teenage son out of his slumber, and draw open the curtain to the still dark morning. As they yawn and stretch the sleep away and start to get dressed, the Goin Band is already well on their way to the staging area, where they'll have one final rehearsal before the big moment.
We are standing in line, getting ready to go on for the Macy's Day Parade.
How you feeling about that?
Cold, just a little bit, but it's okay. It's exciting.
We're walking across the street, and a whole bunch of cops stopped us, and Jimmy Fallon just walked right past us. What? He was hype?
I was starstruck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
And that was NYPD on motorcycles coming by. Pretty cool.
Miss America.
Oh, Miss America! Here she is.
Listening to Paul's wife Lindsay watch the parade is almost as enjoyable as watching it for yourself. She's having the time of her life. They all are. Even the retired woman with her family that sat right next to Paul.
Oh, look at Smokey the Bear. Oh, my
Finally, they get into position and begin walking toward the Macy Star, where national TV awaits, where their families and the hundreds of Red Raider faithful is also waiting.
She's the front one on the right. Wow. That's awesome.
All right, what would a football game be without a marching band? Well, this group was the first college band to ever travel to an away game.
Directed by Joe Pagan and Eric Allen in honor of Texas Tech Centennial this year, the Goin Band from Raiderland with Wreckham Fanfare.
For 3.5 minutes, they waved and cheered and screamed their heads off. They smiled and watched their kids do this amazing thing. And Paul pretty much summed it up here at the end. It is awesome. Whether you're watching from 20 feet or 27 hours away.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. Yes.
Would you do it again tomorrow?
Probably. Give me a day or two. Give me a day or two.
I got to be in a city that I love and be with my closest friends, and it's something that I will remember for years and years and years. You can sleep later. You can sleep on the plane.
Hey guys, we just got done marching in the Macy's Day Parade. Woo! Caitlin, how are you feeling?
So excited.
Natalie, how are you feeling?
That was really cool.
Josue, how are you feeling after the parade?
I feel really pumped. That was really cool, man. That was really exciting.
Cameron, how do you feel?
That was so cool, so exciting.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing I've ever done in my life, and I'm gonna brag about it forever.
Kate said that she'll never forget the number of people who made New York City feel like home. There wasn't a moment on the entire parade route that she didn't see a guns up or hear a Raider power. And it shows that this community really can travel.
When we made the turn from Central Park south onto 6th Avenue, and you could see all the way down 6th Avenue, all the balloons in front of you, and truly our next stop was Macy's. And the band queued up Fight Raiders Fight, and it just shot down that street. And I thought, wow, how special this moment is. And not gonna lie, I cried right there. I looked over at the band directors, they were crying. And I just think it was a surreal moment in so many ways, but when you could look down the street and you could see all the double T's in the air and people just going crazy for us, including non-Texas Tech people, because the band has such a huge sound. You heard us coming, and they had been anticipating us arriving, and gosh, it was really special.
Is it your love and appreciation for Texas Tech that makes you emotional?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I come from a family of Red Raiders, and so my birth announcement said I was going to be a Red Raider. So I couldn't, fail in that. This is going to sound really cheesy, but I truly thought back to 100 years ago when there was 900 people on this campus and 3,000 people in this city to think, gosh, look where we've come in 100 years. They told us to think big, and we did, and so that was pretty gratifying.
When the band stepped onto that iconic Macy's Star, onto the grandest stage, they carried more than their instruments, more than the double T's stitched on their shoulders of their uniforms. And as they marched in perfect sync, generations of Goin Band members fell into step beside them. The symphony of those classic Texas Tech tunes that resounded in the city streets reverberated in our own hearts. Fight, Raiders, fight. That is legacy. Hey guys, it's Taylor. If you want to see more from the band's time in New York City, go to our YouTube channel. Just search Texas Tech University on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for tuning in to Season 3 of Fearless. Don't forget to like, review, and subscribe.